Use your imagination to create a victory for you. And when you use that in your mind and when you use your body, your stress is handled. Unmanageable stress and uncertainty is one of the number one killers of business all over the world. As I'm working with people from 14 countries with different cultures, one thing that I'm recognizing is the stress that we are feeling right now at this moment, the uncertainty that we are feeling right now is unreal. It's unlike any other time in history of your lifetime. So if you know how to manage the stress that is coming at you, the uncertainties that is coming at you, then you have phenomenal opportunity, because the level to which you could handle uncertainty is the level to which you could succeed in business. Let me repeat that. The level to which you could handle uncertainty is the level to which you could grow in business. But if you don't know how to handle stress and uncertainty, you become a reactive species, a reacting species. What does that mean? You might not be reactive, but you will be reacting species. What does that mean? It means that something is happening in the world, an economic crisis, an uncertainty, a shift in marketplace. And if you don't know how to adapt to that, then according to Darwin, you might not survive in the industry. So in business, I might have said this many times in different videos. In business, the fittest in business are the adaptable, the people who are able to adapt their business according to what is happening around the world. When uncertainty happens, the person who adapt to it really fast, those are the companies that adapt to it really fast, those are the ones who are going to succeed. Yeah, sounds good? Okay, so if that's the case, how do we handle stress? And even before that, like, what is stress? In my opinion, in my point of view, stress is a fancy word that we give for fear. We are afraid. And I have said in a different video too that we have only one type of fear, which is I'm not enough. I'm not enough. That's the only fear that we have. You could call it in different names and different ways, but fundamentally this is it, right? All the fears are derivatives of this fear. So that fear of I'm not enough to handle this uncertainty is stress. And we don't need to call ourselves, oh, we are fearful. We could say, oh, I have stress. So, everybody has stress, I have stress too. So it's easy for us to communicate and let everybody know that I'm not fearful or anything. I'm not afraid or anything. I'm stressful. I'm not afraid. I'm stressful. But yeah, stress is like normal thing, right? So that's what stress is. So now look at stress and what can we do about stress? And how can you convert stress into an opportunity and convert that opportunity into a celebration? How about that in your business? So if you're able to grow your business using stress as a tool, how cool that would be. That's what we are talking about. Yeah. So now look at this. Think about a zebra running in savannas of Africa. Okay, assuming that they have zebras there. I think they do, right? So zebra is running for life and there's a tiger chasing it and he's like and panting and like tired and like running really fast and like, oh my gosh, I don't know whether I'm going to be saved. I don't know whether I'm going to be eaten right now, or am I going to save myself? It keeps on going. 4 minutes later, it jumped across a stream. The lion went behind another zebra. And now the zebra is free and happy and excited because I got my life back. What does the zebra do immediately? The zebra, what it does is, it goes back and bitch about it to his wife. Say that, oh my gosh, this lion, he's a stuck up. I cannot handle this anymore. This is too much. I cannot handle this. He's giving me too much stress. He's giving me PTSD. He's giving me like, oh my gosh, this is driving me nuts. I don't want to go graze again. I don't want to eat grass again. This is too much. I cannot handle this anymore. I want to stay at home and watch Netflix for 30 days and relax my brain. You take care of the children. I'll sit at home and chill because this lion thing, oh, I was so close to death. Is that what the zebra is going to say? No. It just stopped there. Like in 4 minutes, it stopped there. It turns around and starts grazing again. Just like that. 1 minute later, you have seen so many animals like this. They've been chased, they're running for life. And then 1 second later, they're trying to eat food. They're grazing. They're eating grass. Why? Why is that? Because they know how to manage stress. Much better than human beings. Isn't that fascinating? We have this big, gigantic brain of ours that has 100 billion neurons and trillions of connections. We haven't figured out this shit. Why? Because God, in her grace, gave you something better. She gave us imagination. Imagination to create the lion in your head. What does that even mean? So let's think about it. Let's go back 200,000 years ago. Imagine Joe and Mary. Joe and Mary lived 200,000 years ago. And both Joe and Mary, both of them did not have a tiny almond-sized thing called amygdala in their brain. So they didn't have this thing called amygdala. So what does that mean? It means that Joe and Mary did not have the capability of imagining and predicting what is about to happen because of what happened in the past. So let me demonstrate that for you. So Joe was walking by, singing song, and very excited about life and talking to Mary, and all of a sudden from the right jumps a lion. And it chases Joe. Joe is running for his life. And then lion gets him, eats him. Mary runs away, jumps on a tree, climbs a tree, and she narrowly escapes. Lion goes away, Mary go back home. What would Mary do the next day? It's a suspense. Will Mary sit down at home and think about it? Or Mary will go in the same route the next day? The answer is Mary is going to go on the same day, same location. The next day, the same location, exactly where she saw the lion. And then the bush is shaking. Mary's I wonder what would that be? It could be, anyway, Joe is not here anymore, so I need to find a Thomas. So she's looking there, all of a sudden lion jumps at her, eat her. What happened here? What happened was Mary did not have a prediction system to predict what was about to happen to her. So brain, according to some neuroscientists, is a prediction machine. So the whole thing, so what am I saying here? How is it related to business? So let me say, what am I saying here first? And then I will explain how is it related to your business. One, what I'm saying here is, because you have this tiny part in your brain, you are using it to recreate the lions of your life. Whether it is economic uncertainty or business issues or cash flow issues, financial issues, or marketing issues or sales issues or innovation or customer issues or whatever, you're creating that in your imagination, unlike Joe and Mary. Does that make sense? Why? Because you have this beautiful thing called imagination. Here is why I'm going to challenge and bring a new way of looking at things. Einstein said, imagination is better than knowledge. I agree, imagination is better than knowledge. Sometimes. The other times, imagination is worse than knowledge. One more time. Imagination is better than knowledge. Sometimes. Imagination is not better than knowledge when somebody has an imagination to destroy a building using a plane and kill 3,000 to 5,000 people in the process. Imagination is not better than knowledge. So imagination is better than knowledge at sometimes. Imagination is worse than knowledge sometimes. But in the case of stress, imagination is worse than knowledge. For now, until you change that. How do you change that? Let's observe the animals. One, look at the zebra. What happened to the zebra? For the zebra, it was running for its life. When are you running for your life? When the lion is chasing you, your lion is it's not physical anymore. It's a virtual lion. Because it's a virtual lion, You're running in your heart. You're running into your fears. And you're staying there. And you're not only doing that, most likely you're creating this lion in your head every time, every 3 seconds, so that you could re-experience the lion every Sunday evening, every week, every day, maybe every 10 minutes, every 1 hour, depending upon how committed are you to creating stress. So in other words, we are creating stress inside of our body. Why? Because we have this faculty of imagination upside down, and we use it as a tool to create stress in our body and in our mind. So how do we solve this? The way we solve this is, one is by using our body, just like the zebras. So in other words, spend 15 to 30 minutes moving your body. Like do yoga or some movements of your body, like some capacity, spend some time walking, running, jogging, do something to activate your body so the cortisol and adrenaline that is generated as hormones in your body washes away, so that you could be free from the stress biologically. Yeah. Psychologically what you do is you would use your beautiful imagination to be consistent with what Einstein said, because imagination is better than knowledge when it's used correctly. You could use imagination to create the story that you want. You could be imaginative. You could create the story in such a way that the climax of the story is favoring you. I want you to still see the lion in the story, but you are destroying the lion. You are overcoming the lion. You're celebrating beating the lion. Right? Yeah. So whether it is economic crisis or any other issues or relationship issues, financial issues, whatever it is, at the end, use your imagination to create a victory for you. And when you use that in your mind and when you use your body, your stress is handled. At that point, the very stress that was limiting you becomes an opportunity. How is it going to become an opportunity? Because think about it. What is stressing you is real. An economic crisis is real. An economic challenge is real. A marketing issue is real. A sales issue is real. So, but if you are able to find out this line and project this line into future, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now, and then figure out intelligently, tap in the intelligence of that stress, of that fear, what happens? You come up with a better product. You come up with a better marketing strategy. You come up with a better sales strategy. And once you do, you become ahead in the marketplace. And when you move ahead in the marketplace, your business grows, business accelerates, and it moves to the next level. That's what we are talking about. So think about it. Like, what is one thing, based on what we discussed so far, what is one thing that you could do to take your business to the next level? If there is one thing, start working out. And you're like, I don't have time. If you don't have time, you must work out. But you could start with 7 minutes or 6 minutes a day. Tomorrow morning, you would be like, or if this is morning, you'll be like, I'll spend 6 minutes walking. 6 minutes. And day after tomorrow, to 7 minutes or 8 minutes and then 9 minutes until you reach 29 minutes. Don't become an overachiever. Stay with 29 minutes and spend that 29 minutes activating your body, right? While meditating or doing something else, connecting with your God, like do something, like listen to something, but something that is inspiring you, and activate your body at the same time and see the story of your life where you are a victor, where you have won this game of business, where you have won this game in this lifetime, and you have grown your business to the next level. So in summary, what I'm saying is stress is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing if you know how to use your imagination to be a great tool. And if you know how to use your body as a tool to master that. So until you manage that, what I would like you to do is just go for it. Go for some strategies to manage your body and your mind so that you could implement in your business with intelligence and power. Create the impact and the profit that you deserve and accelerate your business starting today. I'm Ruble Chandy signing off.